Okay, guys, I got some breaking news coming in right now. We have had a bombing, we have had a terrorist attack strike in Egypt at one of Egypt's main Coptic Christian cathedrals. This attack has killed 25 people and injured another 49 on top of that. Just a horrible scene here, guys. This is a chaotic scene. Coming out of Cairo here, a bombing at a chapel adjacent to Egypt's main Coptic Christian cathedral has killed 25 people and wounded another 49 during Sunday's Mass. One of the deadliest attacks they're carrying out against the religious minority in recent memory, and a grim reminder of Egypt's difficult struggle to restore security and stability after nearly 6 years of turmoil there in that region. The attack came 2 days after a bomb elsewhere in Cairo killed 6 policemen, an assault claimed by a shadowy group that authorities say is linked to the outlawed Muslim Brotherhood. That group, called Hazm, or Decisiveness, distanced itself from the attack in a statement issued Sunday night, saying that it does not, as a principle, kill women, children, the elderly, or worshippers. Okay. However, the statement, at least in theory, leaves the extremist Islamic State group or like-minded independent militants as the chief suspects. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for Sunday's attack. However, Islamic militants have targeted Christians in the past, including a New Year's Day bombing at a church in the Mediterranean city of Alexandria back in 2011 that killed at least 21 people in that. More recently, churches and Christian property in southern Egypt were targeted in the aftermath of the military's July 2013 ouster of the former Islamist president. Those were blamed on the Brotherhood supporters and ultra-Orthodox Salafi Muslims. The Islamic State group has targeted Christians in the Sinai Peninsula, where it primarily wages attacks against security forces. However, ISIS attacks on the Egyptian mainland have largely been confined to security personnel and judicial officials. Regardless of who is behind the bombing, the attack was likely to deal a setback to Egypt's struggle to regain normalcy and revive its ailing economy, since a popular uprising toppled the autocrat Hosni Mubarak's regime in 2011. More past week were almost certain to undermine the modest recovery made in recent months by the vital tourism sector. Egypt's official MENA news agency said that an assailant lobbed a bomb into a chapel adjacent to St. Mark's Cathedral, seat of Egypt's Orthodox Christian Church and home to the office of its spiritual leader, Pope Tawadros, who cut short a visit to Greece and returned to Cairo after the blast occurred. Egyptian state TV did release a statement on this, along with the health ministry, putting the casualty toll at 25 dead and 49 wounded. Just a horrible scene here, guys. We definitely need to pray for Egypt during this time. But witnesses said, the explosion may have been caused by an explosive device planted inside of the chapel. A senior church clerk, Bishop Mosa, said that the cathedral, that there were unconfirmed reports that a woman posing as a worshiper left a bag in the chapel's women's section before slipping out. Conflicting accounts were common in the immediate aftermath of the attacks. The blast took place as Sunday's Mass in the chapel was about to end and coincided with a national holiday in Egypt marking the birth of Islam's prophet Muhammad. Most of the victims are thought to be women and children. State television aired calls by several Cairo hospitals treating the wounded for blood donations, and President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi declared a 3-day state of mourning due to these attacks. They say the pain felt by the Egyptians now will not go to waste, but will instead result in an uncompromising decisiveness to hunt down and bring to trial whoever helped through inciting, facilitating, participating, or executing in this heinous crime. A presidential statement quoted the Egyptian leader as saying. An Associated Press reporter who arrived at the scene shortly after the blast saw blood-stained pews and shards of glass scattered across the chapel's floor. Men and women waited and cried outside. The AP photos showed a broken pair of ladies' spectacles on the ground next to a girl's boots with leopard spots and a pink ribbon. Another one is quoted as saying, "I found bodies, many of them women, lying in the pews. It was a horrible scene," said cathedral worker Atia Mathros, who rushed to the chapel after he heard the initial blast. His clothes and hands were stained with blood, and his hair was matted with dust. "I saw a headless woman being carried away," Miriam Schnauda said as she pounded her chest in grief. "Everyone was in a state of shock. We were scooping up people's flesh off the floor," she said. "There were children. What have they done to deserve this? I wish that I had died with them instead of seeing these scenes." The attack has drawn a flurry of condemnations by the government and religious leaders, as well as assertions of unity between Egypt's Muslim majority and Christians, who account for about 10% of the country's 92 million people. So just god-awful scene here, guys. Please keep Egypt in your prayers. The innocent lives that were lost in this heinous, just brutal assault attack on this church. These terrorists are going to have to deal with God on this. I mean, I'm sorry, but they will. You have innocent children being killed, women. It doesn't matter who's being killed. I mean, these sort of assaults, these are not okay. So, but, we got terrorists out there who care nothing about others' lives. And Egypt has been under assault before. So we definitely need to pray for them. Although they are predominantly a Muslim nation, they do have a lot of Christians there in Egypt. A lot of what I've read about them over the last year or two, they are seeing quite a rise in Christianity as a whole. People that are giving their life over to Christ, and even small revivals breaking out there in that nation. Remember, as it says in the Bible, it says that the Lord will smite the land of Egypt, but then he will heal it. And he calls Egypt his people. So be in prayer for them, guys. It's a horrible situation here, a horrible attack. If you guys are new here, thanks for checking out my channel. This is CardsFan480. I'm here on both YouTube and also Periscope. So feel free to subscribe if you like what you see, and I'll continue bringing you all the latest breaking news, current world events, and Bible prophecy updates as they become available. And if you've never given your life to Jesus Christ, why don't you make today the day that you do that, okay? It's real simple. Just write me. Let me know you would like to receive Christ. I will write you back the prayer you can say out loud to receive him. You can have perfect joy and peace on the inside of you. You'll have a home in heaven, eternal life. It'll be the best decision you ever make. It really will. So give your life to him today. Just let me know. All right? I'll be back with more, guys. Thanks for checking and get this out again. Thanks to all the new subscribers. And just remember, pray for Egypt. They really need it right now during this time. Just a scene of complete chaos there right now. I'll be back with more.